just the levels of insanity we're dealing with to think that that's an appropriate thing to say. I don't want to get DMCA'd myself by this loser.
What happened?
I didn't follow.
But I wonder if there's some sort of underlying medical condition that may lead him to say something like that. Jesus, man, that's fucking pathetic. No way! No way! You've got to be kidding me! It's one of those mouses that's had a lot of cheese, you know? One of those mouses that's found a lot of food knocking about on the floor. Anyway, did someone just say he's got AIDS? Why does everyone keep saying he's a dumpster diver? So, once again, we have got drama hound Nicholas DeOrio on the case. Okay? Nicholas DeOrio is the Watson to my Sherlock. So let's go with that. So what we got? Twitch partner Alebrelle uses DMCA copyright strike system to silence a critical video. Wowee! Wowee! What's going on here? If you do know who Alebrelle is, I know who Alebrelle is. Who here knows who Alebrelle is? After his fade to obscurity, chances are it's because he previously said Destiny's Son should have been aborted. Ooh, that is quite the take. That is probably one of the most insane things anyone's ever uttered on Twitch, to be honest with you. Like, just the levels of insanity we're dealing with to think that that's an appropriate thing to say, and that's going to, like, you know, go down well with anyone. Alebrelle basically was I think he still streams. Alebrelle is someone who rose to prominence a couple of years ago on, like, the panel scene that existed, you know, amongst some of the more normie streamers. But he'd be on things like the Raj Royale and shows like that. And to be honest with you, I think the reason he was invited on is he was like a bit of a kind of leftoid laughing stock kind of character, you know? Now, listen, as you know, I'm a nice guy. I'm not the kind of person that is going to criticize someone for their appearance because it's not my style, okay? I'm too nice for that. However, I think it is reasonable to say that another reason that he got brought onto those shows was because his physical presentation and the way that he presented himself to the world was quite stark, shall we say, okay? I think that people, you know, looked at it and were kind of like, "Ooh, you know, what's this all about then?" You know? So here's one of the clips in question. Let's have a look at this.
Stop talking about people's sons. Fuck him. He had a child, and he's just paying for the child's existence. Abortion was the correct action here.
I mean, Jesus, man. Do you know, why do leftoids always go after the kids? It's so weird to me. I've, you know, as a man of honor, I very much kind of think leave the kids out of it. Like they didn't ask to be involved in this, really. Like what have they got to do with anything? Do you know, I didn't really. It was like water off a duck's back. But I saw someone on Twitter commenting on me neglecting my kids whilst I was away on holiday. I'm just like, isn't that insane? Like you don't even know who I am. Like you don't even know anything about my relationship with my kids. You know, and that's bad enough, I think. But like to say that the child should have been aborted, this is just like next level insanity. You know. And the thing is to me, that is so egregious, but yet there's other comments that people might make, which sure are mean and mean-spirited and horrible, but I wouldn't classify on the same level, but people seem to take bigger issue with. So, you know, I know this is an old drama and it's an old time ago that this was said, but when people say stuff like this, I feel like it just really confuses me as to what the lines and the boundaries are of what people think is and isn't acceptable, you know? Like, call someone a retard and people lose their fucking shit, but say that someone's son should have been aborted, and it doesn't seem to have the same reaction. But, you know, that being said, I do think there were some people who didn't like Destiny that were critical of this, so there is that, I suppose. But you know, to this day, lefties will regularly use, well, not regularly, but I've seen people still continue to use Destiny's Son as a, you know, angle with which to attack him. You know, And yet, yeah, that is true. Some people did defend Alebrelle for this comment, you know. And it just, you know, it comes back to my thing of, you know, the Huxley meme, you know, justifying it. Oh, they're a bad person, so anything we do is justified type situation. You know, the quicker way being, you know, ontologically evil meme. Yeah, I know. I talked about that. It sucks. Obviously, I'm friends with Mr. Girl, so honestly, I feel terrible about the fact his second channel's been banned too. So yeah, I just think that, you know, if someone's got kids, I just think to me that's, you know, no go, you know. And you know, the thing is, if other people want to cross that line with me, then that's fine. Cross the line with me, and you know, we can go there. But like, don't start crying when I start viciously attacking you then. And the other problem I've got as well is that people wrap up things with their identity to the point where you can't go after them for that. So they can just attack you on whichever angle they feel is justified. But if you attack them back on an angle of identity in some way, say gender identity, no, or something, not even gender identity, something that's related to it. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, how can you say that to me as a trans woman? You just said my kid should be fucking aborted. What do you mean? Oh, well, you know, that's different. You know? No, it's fucking not. It's just saying the shittiest thing you can think of to try and upset them. And if that's the game people want to play, then let's fucking play, you know? But what's annoying is people will want to play the game only on their own terms and make elements of themselves, which you might attack because you want to upset them, to be, you know, you can't go there because, you know, you're committing some sort of anti, you know, minority thing by doing that. Do you know what I mean? It's so sad. But yeah, anyway.
Doesn't he do? He does not take an active role in the child's upbringing. He pays everything. He makes sure that they're well taken care of financially. But he brought a life into the world that he didn't have any intention of loving or caring for, and that's what abortion is for. If the pregnancy happens between two people that have no intention
between Lumiru and
raise a
Alebrelle
family together, that's what it does.
I mean, you know, I don't want to. I did want to watch that clip and this clip I'm about to show, but yeah, obviously, I don't want to get DMCA'd myself by this loser. So you know. But hey, listen. Anyway, sorry. I feel like I don't like Alebrelle. I want to see though if there's a legitimate reason that he has decided to go after this person in the DMCA thing. Okay, so we'll look at that and we'll see if there's any legitimacy behind his position. Now, let's watch this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is just for
These
fun.
are getting hard. All right, Lumi, you're up. Why do you want to be here?
I want to be here to spread the social justice agenda thing. Fuck, I fucked up the gay agenda and the social justice message. Fuck me.
It's okay.
All right, Alebrelle, back on the chopping
don't-
block again. Why do you want to be here?
Don't fuck them. They're asexual.
What?
That was pretty weird. Oh
The hell are you talking about, Alebrelle?
What the?
Wait, what happened?
I didn't follow that at all.
Well, I follow.
Alebrelle speaking for Lumiru's sexuality. Poggers.
What was that?
Oh my
I think-
god!
Wait, what? Who?
I don't know what he
We're
said.
at the raw moment right now.
I don't really know what they said at all.
God, this Raj is a great cringe
I
compliment.
feel like Alebrelle, just because when you were
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's nothing to say, is there? It's just
Side between
it's
Lumi-
just a really cringy, weird thing to say. That is like, I think it's because, okay, I'm not. Listen, I'm a nice guy. I'm not going to be ableist. But I wonder if there's some sort of underlying medical condition that may lead him to say something like that, which doesn't excuse it, but maybe contextualizes why he blurts stuff out like that. What do you think, chat? What do you reckon? What do you think? I don't know, chat. You tell me. Okay, I'm not getting involved in it. So Nicholas DeOrio comes out with a harshly critical tweet here, as we saw previously. Okay, Nicholas. Why did you Why did you include this picture? What's this picture got to do with anything? Why have you put this on here? What's related? Pics related? Related how so? What exactly is so relevant about this picture, I wonder? Anyway, let's move on to the next image. His recent video, What Happened to Alebrelle, was issued a copyright claim about an hour ago by Frostfault and Alebrelle himself. He already sent out an email to him about removing the strike, which me and him certainly won't comply. My friend is a bit reluctant about putting personal info, such as address, into the hands of YouTube for an official counterclaim. The video contains basically most of his online history, tweets read out and clips shown. The narrative was negative in tone, but the video did mostly present all the facts and a brief opinion piece at the end. My friend and I both agree on this being in fair use and guidelines, since the clips are clearly transformed and narration was added over it. The only thing you can really do is just to file the counterclaim. And I think YouTube would probably side with you. And then at that point, the ball's in Alebrelle's court, and the ball is literally in Alebrelle's court, because he would need to, at that point, I believe, take you to court if he wanted to progress it further. So Nicholas DeOrio is on the case, and he's already reached out to Alebrelle for a statement. I reached out to Alebrelle for a statement, who confirmed the previous statement was written by him. He feels the strike is justified and his content was stolen. Hi. Just reaching out to see if you wanted to make any kind of statement related to the DMCA against the creator who made a video about you. He stole my shit. I sent him a reply. That's all I wish to say about it, really. Here's a copy. Your claim of transformative fair use is addressed in two major precedents, both of which uphold my interpretation of your work in question. The opinion on Warner Brothers Entertainment. Oh my God. He's quoting... Okay. Okay, if you're not a content creator... Okay, let me explain it. Amongst content creators, there's generally a perception and a rule, okay? Which is the, you know, the Batman meme where Batman is breaking the gun and saying, this is the enemy, this is the weapon of our enemy, we will not use it, right? This is how pretty much everyone in the content creation space deals with DMCA. It's that it's there, but and if someone really took the piss, you might make use of it. But generally speaking, it is the weapon of the enemy, so to speak. And it's these big corporations that use DMCA to absolutely fuck with small creators a lot of the time. You know, the amount of reviewers and stuff they get fucked with through Content ID and you know, furthermore, the DMCA system is crazy. So, generally speaking, creators don't want to use it. And they'll only use it if they absolutely have to, right? So, it really speaks to kind of Alebrelle's mentality that the case law that he's citing here is seemingly a where you've got a massive fucking entertainment, organization like Warner Brothers, you know, cracking down like a hammer onto a walnut onto whoever RDR fucking Brooks is, probably some individual dude or something, right? Like, you know, this is the mentality of someone who just doesn't have this kind of like perspective of, well, DMCA is the weapon of the enemy. We don't want to really use it unless we absolutely have to. It's, I'm going to use this. And these fucking cases where some massive studio came down like a ton of bricks on some guy, that means that I'm right. Like, Jesus, man, that's fucking pathetic. Anyway, let's see what he's got to say. The opinion on Warner Brothers Entertainment holds that even though minor transformation may be found in a collection of someone else's work, merely collecting and redisplaying it is not a defense of infringement if a significant portion is used. My estimation is that approximately 80% of your work is unaltered material for my performances held under my copyright. Your usage of my material was not used with permission, was unattributed, and was unreasonably reproduced when links to existing material would suffice. Standard fair use defense generally allows for about 10% or 3 minutes, whichever is less. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Given that your video is about 80% basic copied material and had a runtime of about 16 minutes, which is over 12 minutes of footage stolen, you failed to clear the bar or even approach the standard, which has been upheld as reasonable and prudent. Further, North Jersey Media Group versus Janine Pirro and Fox News rules that purely posting material in proximity to or in sequence with other material in internet social media context does not solely constitute transformation. You have failed to show even a basic attempt at meeting the guidelines of fair use, and especially given that you were in contact with me about my rights held on these materials before your publication of your work, and did not attempt to ask permission for use before going forward, I find your claim to be indefensible. This is about a fucking tiny YouTuber making a video critical of him. And the channel got a copyright strike too, because obviously his stuff isn't going to be in Content ID. So he issued a request that got the guy copyright strike too. This is the equivalent in the content creator world of Batman using a gun, right? You need to look at this as if Batman just pulls out a gun and shoots the Joker in the forehead. That's essentially what this is, okay? DMCA, copyright claim, shit like that. All of this is stuff that is perceived amongst the community of content creators to be stuff you use as an absolute last resort if someone, say, just took your video and re-uploaded it in full with no changes or something like that, right? Like, this is crazy. Fuck me, man. And the problem is as well, is like, you know, if you're a new creator... What's that flickering on the screen? If you're a new creator or you're a small creator, yeah, this is probably going to be, you know, quite sort of like shocking and like, oh God, you know, you're probably going to be worried about this stuff, you know? That 10% of 3 minutes thing is not anything I've ever heard of. That's crazy. And the other problem as well is some of this just isn't tested in court, because oftentimes when you've got like Warner Brothers versus like X person, it's because they genuinely have like breached copyright in some crazy way, you know? But stuff like reviews, reaction videos, some of it is untested. And the thing is as well is I can't really comment because I haven't seen the video. So I don't know. I mean, it could be that maybe he's got a point and that actually this person did just play full length, like 5-minute clips of Alebrelles talking or something. But even if he did, I still think it's wrong for Alebrelle to use this DMCA thing against him. You know, it smacks of, oh, this video is critical of me, so I'm going to fuck with it. You know? But yeah. Cringe, and soy. Has Alebrelle actually responded himself? Anyway, here's an hour and a half on the absolute basics of copyright and DMCA that I did just last week. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's even going to have responded to this. I'm convinced that very few people on the internet and YouTube have any clue what fair use means. Some drama farmer made a video using 13 minutes of directly from me in a 60-minute video rehashing Destiny drama from 3 years ago. See my pinned tweet from January. I've not seen the video, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, even if that was the case, it still seems like he's just... Also, this YouTuber, how big is he even? Like, Jesus. I mean, Alebrelle isn't that big himself, is he? I mean, obviously, in terms of his YouTube channel. What's this guy's name? Hypercat. Here we go. No way! No way! You've got to be kidding me! There's no way. There's no way. Look at this. 62 subscribers. 62 subscribers, man. This is absolutely tragic. Oh no, the 62 subscriber person did a video about me. I better DMCA strike him. For Jesus, man. Are you for real? 62 subs and you're going to drop the hammer on them like that? Jesus, man. Mouse swatting a gnat. Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's one of those mouse that's had a lot of cheese, you know? One of those mouses that's found a lot of food knocking about on the floor. Anyway, listen. Stop tempting me, okay? I don't know, man. This seems so unfair. This is like David and Goliath level shit. 62 subs. I don't know, man. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. What's this? He's put up his DMCA shit.
Let's start with me talking about what I know, which is almost certainly going to get to a point where I don't really understand it. Except let's fuck with my idle game real quick.
Oh no, I can't watch 1 hour 24 minutes of Alebrelle. Sorry, not happening. Also, the other thing with like DMCA and copyright is the intention of it, the reason it exists, is one of the main reasons it exists is so that people can't just replicate your work and prevent and make money from their work, at a cost to you. Like if you've put time into creating content and then someone else just uploads it and makes shitloads of money off of it, then you're hard done by, Like how is Alebrelle going to be negatively impacted by a 62 sub YouTuber? Obviously he's probably going to get criticized, but like it's not going to financially impact him, is it? Like Jesus, man. God, this is tragic. Well, I mean, Alebrelle doesn't even post videos on YouTube anymore, and he's got more subscribers too. He's 10 times bigger in terms of his YouTube channel, and he doesn't even really upload that much. Jesus, man, that's sad. What a sad, pathetic little man Alebrelle is. Seriously. Imagine DMCA striking a 60 sub YouTube channel because I made a video mocking you for some stupid drama you had 3 years ago. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. Listen, I'm not going to do it, but like there's so... You guys in chat probably know already. But there's so much embarrassing cringe stuff that Alebrelle's done in his time. It's so funny, In fact, I have only ever had one interaction with Alebrelle. Yeah? I've only had one interaction with Alebrelle, and it was someone putting me into a conversation with him with a view to getting him on my podcast or my panel show that I used to do back in the day, Chud Night, right? So someone put me in a chat with him, and we had like a bit of a backwards and forwards. And basically he just completely fucking went ballistic at me and was like, oh, I see that you have DeOrio and Mindwaves on your show. And I was like, yep. And he said, well, I'm not going to come on your show because I don't believe in platforming like that. And he just left the conversation. I was just like, bro, what the fuck? This is when I was quite a small creator, You may run into him at TwitchCon. Well, by all accounts, it's going to be quite hard to miss him. So, that will probably be true. Anyway, I mean, because he's such a, prominent person in the scene. But yeah, I don't know, Matt. It was just like, Matt, you're really not going to come on my show, which is fine, by the way. No one has to come on my show. But the reason you don't want to come on my show is because I have Mindwaves and DeOrio on. That was back when Mindwaves was a bit more prominent in the space and, doing more content and stuff. And DeOrio, I think, was streaming himself. But obviously, DeOrio's always been quite a contentious figure. But it's Mindwaves and DeOrio as well. Like, yeah, they get a bit spicy sometimes. Please, I'm not making jokes about his weight. That's how you're interpreting it. I've told you. Listen, it's chat's fault. They're tempting me. Okay? I'm doing my best. Please, just stop. Stop using my own words against me. Anyway, I'm memeing about it. I think Alebrelle's actually lost weight recently. I think he's actually lost weight. He did a stream recently, I think, and people were posting memes about it in my Discord. But there was one point where he was eating a banana in a hilarious fashion. Let's have a little... Well, actually, I need to be careful. I don't want to get DMCA'd. But yeah, look, he's lost weight. Look, he's lost weight. All these jokes about him being big have, fallen by the wayside.
When they have fights, wars result in...
Look.
Exactly where I am.
Look, he's lost weight.
And so waking up and confusing myself with other places that I have lived... Like, it's not like total confusion. I'm just confusing with other places that I've existed. But it's weird.
Who's laughing now? All you people that were making the despicable jokes about his weight now. Who's laughing now?
And it makes me feel bad when I'm waking up.
Wait.
That's all.
Did someone just say he's got AIDS? Did someone just say he's got AIDS? What the fuck is going on? Jeez, chat, chill out, okay? Listen. Just stop, will you? That's well out of line.
Like I said, not seeing things is a really extravagant phrase here, but we don't really have a good phrase for during the first 30 seconds of waking up being slightly disoriented.
Anyway, listen. I actually am a bit worried because I want to turn this into I want DK to turn into a YouTube segment. I don't want to watch too much of his stuff in case he tries to DMCA me. Can you imagine? He looks like the ringmaster of a circus. Oh yeah, then he's got the kitchen shot. Look at this. Look at that.
To drink you.
Hey? What a great angle.
As I mentioned, in the Discord, for those of you who don't keep track of the food channel in there, we're definitely going to make a lentil loaf at some point. Because...
I've got to pause it because I'm worried. I'm worried he's going to do something, okay? I don't know, man. I mean, listen. I obviously don't like him, but he's lost weight. He was embroiled in some controversy over some, DMs and stuff. But I mean, who hasn't at this point? But I do think he acted inappropriately in people's messages. That was bad. That was probably the worst thing he did. But like, it was like genuinely like, I can't remember. It was part of the Twitch gate shit. You remember? And also, oh my god, there was that other thing as well where like he tracked someone down on Twitter off the back of searching for them via their dating profile. That was weird too. That was in Destiny's manifesto. What does everyone keep saying he's a dumpster diver? Why does everyone keep saying he's a dumpster? Why are you being so harsh about Alebrelle? I'm shocked that people amongst this community have got such harsh things to say about Alebrelle. I'm shocked and appalled. Wait, what's this? Wait, no, what's this?
Right? So I can definitely upgrade the sound. There's another boy. Look at him. Buddy, I don't want to drop this while you're there.
I thought you were just being harsh. But you're telling me he actually has been dumpster diving. I thought you were just being mean, but you actually were serious. Come on, look, is this bad? I don't know, man. I feel like we're being a bit harsh, okay? Look, I'm really in my nice guy arc at the moment, I think. I feel very nice about people. I want to be generous to people, okay? Is this that bad? I don't know, man. Dumpster diving's fine, isn't it? I'm only saying that because I do it myself and I'm worried about you mocking me. No, I'm just kidding. What does he dumpster dive for? Man, I tell you what, I'm oh man, I need to make sure my setup doesn't crash and stuff like this. There's this app that you could download which unifies different internet connections so you can have a consistent stream, which I'm gonna sort out for my IRL stuff. But yeah, Jesus.
I remember the one night we came out.
Okay, this is just in walk-in. I want to get to the actual good bits. Here we go. What's in here? What goodies are going to be in here? Let's have a look. Oh, he's got the gloves. He's got the gloves on. He's taken them off to use his phone.
5-star review. Well, thanks, gaming. Reviews aren't exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for rough value.
Here we go, guys. Get ready. What's going to be in here? Oh.
My thumb. Oh, there we go. Okay. Excellent. Somehow.
Yes, I've talked about Mr. Girl's second channels. Obviously terrible.
It's not
The mismatched gloves are just an absolute touch.
That's all I need. So I don't have to take my gloves off.
Where's the next dumpster? Come
I
on.
wanted to say hi. Well, I appreciate it. Almost midnight, not ready for work.
Here we go. He's going to open it in a sec. Let's see what he's got. Come on.
That does not sound fun. I don't want to deal with it. My Friday starts on Sunday.
Roll the dice. Roll the dice.
Last day of my
Oh, look at that. Hey, look at that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's perfect. Get that on the kitchen wall for your streams.
It's a little bit big. Is this glass or plastic? I think it's glass.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that sounds like glass.
I don't know if you saw, but it said, yeah, account suspended. Man, I tell you what. Social media panopticon is absolutely firing on all cylinders at the moment.
Yeah, the frame's okay, definitely. That's why pictures are worth grabbing all on their own sometimes. It's just this big on my back is my concern. I've got the straps to be able to grab it.
Anyway, listen, I've got to be cautious here.
It's like a trash goblin loot box.
Yeah, Alebrelle's gone full goblin mode. Dumpster diving is just low-level unboxing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The thing is dumpster diving, I think, in certain areas is just going to be gross. If it's like food. I mean, listen, dumpster dive in hospitals is probably not advisable. Unless you're looking to make bars of soap, perhaps. But if you go to like a supermarket after hours, and you find all stuff they've thrown out that's just past its, used by best before date, then that's fine. You can find some good stuff at the electronic stores bins. What's this? Extreme cheapskates. What about the abortion clinic? Well, that's a good source of adrenochrome. Excellent source of adrenochrome is sifting through abortion bins. Oh, there's a 3-monther here. Oh, lovely. If you go to the ones in liberal states, you can find some fully formed 9-month babies that they've aborted as soon as they're born, and yeah, they're really good. The spicy meat. Anyway, I don't know if I've got much more to say about the Alebrelle thing. I think he's off the mark with like some of his thoughts on how it works. It's telling that, I mean, the second instance seemed to be more so a different angle on it, but the first one he was talking about Warner Brothers, you know, invoking Warner Brothers as a good reason to DMCA someone seems crazy to me as a content creator. Yeah, just seems like he's trying to silence his critics, personally. Kind of cringe, but hey, it's Alebrelle.